Here we have verse 6 of the 11th chapter of the Gospel of Matthew. John the Baptist, who is in prison, has sent through his disciples the query to Jesus, "Are you the one that's coming, or do we look for another one?" And of course, Jesus responds by simply reporting the miraculous deeds that are being performed through his power. And that should be sufficient to convince anyone that the claims that Jesus makes are irrefutable. And so he's responding to John the Baptist in a sense to give him comfort that indeed the one that he had predicted in Christ is indeed the one who did show up in this person, and that he should therefore take confidence and comfort in that. And he adds this additional point, which of course is applicable not only to John but to all of us, when he says Kai, the connective Makarios. It's a word that means blessed or happy. It's simply a word suggesting a positive state of well-being, happy, blessed, and blessed. It's a adjective here in the nominative. It's a predicate nominative, so happy esten from Amy I am, third person singular. Present active indicative, happy is. And then hos, this is a relative pronoun. It means who, combined with eon, which means if, but taken together, the idiomatic rendering here would be something like whoever. Takes the subjunctive, which we find down here, and so happy is whoever it might be in the singular. May not, used with non-indicative moods, a negation. Skandalisthe. This is from skandalon. Of course, it is the basis for our word scandal. Scandal is a little stronger word, actually, than the Greek. The Greek root of this is actually a noun that would be something that would be something you might trip over, something on the ground that would catch your toe, that kind of thing, and cause you to trip or stumble. And so that's the way it's usually rendered. The one who is not stumbling in me, doesn't trip over that in me, which might cause other people to stumble and fall. So, and out of that, of course, we strengthen the sense in English to the idea of a scandal. But in any event, the idea of blessed is the one who is not scandalized, who is not, scandalizo is the verb here. This is the aorist passive. So here we have the subjunctive now. So blessed is the one who is not caused to trip. En preposition emoi with the dative singular of the first person pronoun in me. So John, of course, was at risk of being scandalized by Jesus, because Jesus didn't seem to be coming on as the expected political power. He's coming on in a very different sort of form, and that's causing John to have some questions, and Jesus is encouraging him now not to jump to conclusions, not to be scandalized or embarrassed, you might say, by virtue of the evident appearance of Jesus, that beneath this quiet exterior is indeed the very Messiah that had been predicted.